Audacious confidence is the unshakable belief in yourself that's so bold and so daring that you live your life without limits or restrictions. So on my show, unleash your audacious confidence so we can discover the unknown you. Call in to join the conversation at 888-565-1470. Let's get started. Good evening, everyone. Hi, Alicia Couri here, and today is the eve of the 4th of July, so I just wanted to say happy 4th of July to everyone. I'm being a little patriotic today. See, I have my scarf that looks like the American flag. But putting that aside, I just wanted to say today I have an amazing guest with me today. And I know I said I'm so excited every time I have a guest on because I really am. But this gentleman I've known for a short time. I haven't known that long. But what I do know of him, it's incredible. And we've had many very deep conversations about entrepreneurship and business and he is a wealth of information, a wealth of knowledge. And I am going to introduce Mr. Chris Alexander. Yay! And he is, let me just give you a brief overview of his accomplishments. So he just started and founded a company. It's called UNTOUCHABLE Women Capital Finance. And it's the creation of a unique financial platform dedicated to the empowerment of women entrepreneurs worldwide and the people who invest in them. He's created a unique ecosystem for women entrepreneurs who are fearless and international, for those who are willing to bet everything on themselves without dwelling on their mistakes. They're not here to win, but to dominate. I love that. So for those women who are ready to focus on strengths, not their weaknesses, not their failures, he's here to help. He's here to provide a valuable resource for them. So he is the co-founder of Brickle Capital Finance, Brickle Exotic Cars. He founded Brickle Exotic Cars, Precise Protective Research. He's the director of development for that. He's also in the hospitality industry. He's owned several nightclubs over the last 20 years. And you're opening up a new one. Open a new one, right?
One of the biggest lounge in Wynwood, actually.
In Wynwood,
right.
A new lounge in Wynwood. Right. And Rouval, did I say that right?
Rouval, yeah. It was the original company created by my father in 1963 in Paris. A high-end company that created the luggage carrier, basically. Mm-hmm. And then it grew. My father was an entrepreneur. It grew from 2 employee to about 30 employee in-house and about maybe 20 worldwide. Mm-hmm. And it was just the product. And the product is still, after we closed the company maybe after 25 years, mm-hmm. the product is still in the streets today. And I'm still amazed at my father maybe once a week in France. And wow. We still talk about that his product is still out there. So it's pretty incredible.
Awesome. So we are live tonight. You can call in if you have any questions about entrepreneurship, about finance. The number to call in is 888-565-1470. And we're going to be here with you up until 7:30,
right?
We're going to be here until 7:30 with you. So, we got a full hour with you tonight. So, if you want to call in, you can call in and we'll have a conversation here with Chris.
Right.
So, I have a few questions for him that we set out. And the first question I did want to ask, because we've had a lot of conversations about your family and your mom, and she has been a really big inspiration for you. This is why you find female entrepreneurs.
One of the reasons.
One of the reasons. Right. And so just give me a little background on your mom and her history.
Well, the business was created by my father. My mom obviously was by his side the whole time. And at the beginning, she told me many times they used to work over the weekend building the luggage carrier by themselves in the backyard or in the back room, and so a lot of time. And then when the business took off, she has no education. She was after World War II. Nothing was available at that time. My father was an attorney, a CPA.
Mm-hmm.
He was a geek. He was one geek, very athletic with a temper. And then,
I don't think athletic and geek go together.
Yeah, he was actually. Yeah, he was a 6'4". He was incredible with numbers. But anyway, so the company took off fairly quickly in Paris. Then he started to have salesmen all over the world, and she could read people.
She had a very deep intuition about people.
So in a sense, in business grew. She learned about the business, and she was a very important part of the business, of the success of my father. My father told me many times. So many times she was part or in charge of meetings with clients, and she never got the respect that she deserved, and that was coming from my
right.
So that was the first lesson I learned, and then later on in my life, I was married twice. My last wife, great mother, great wife. Worked together 14 years, but she worked for Down Aviation. She was the vice president of the company. She never got the respect that she deserved in Miami. Mm-hmm. She was also very beautiful. Being a woman beautiful takes away men. I was just reading an article about it yesterday. And we can apply that to you and what you're going to do with your book and then your movie and everything's going on. When men are looking at a woman and if she's beautiful, they don't think of her as an entrepreneur or a great businesswoman. Mm-hmm. And it shows in the data for everyone here, even as the level of an investor of the VCs. The questions are different toward a woman entrepreneur. It's very, very interesting. So there's only 2% of ventures funded as of now. But we have 38% is created and owned by women in general. And then
so there's a big disparity there.
Yeah, and the gap is getting bigger.
And it's getting bigger. 2% versus 38%. That's huge.
Right.
One of the questions I did want to ask you, because you have made this stand to invest in female-owned businesses, right. And there is that kind of dynamic where men don't give women that kind of respect that they deserve.
Right.
Find that women struggle with believing in themselves when it comes to being a businesswoman and owning their business.
Absolutely. I mean, everyone struggles. Mm-hmm. I mean, same thing with men. It doesn't matter where you're from or who you are. The more doors, if doors are opening for yourself, you can be more confident. And then actually, the funding is not. It is available. So they're not as confident. They're not treated the same way. So it's very, very interesting. So I started at data maybe 5 years ago. Mm-hmm. One of the biggest niche that's growing very fast are business created by African American women in the United States. It's a close to $13.5 billion platform.
Wow.
And faster than any kind of business. So then it was about 5 years ago. Then I started looking at data. I have an obsessive mind, so when I started looking at
all the data.
Right. And then so that was very interesting to me. And it is there, and then the
mm-hmm.
So that was very interesting. I have 2 daughters, 26 and 24.
You're surrounded by women.
I'm surrounded by women. And then one is a teacher. One she's gonna finish. She has another 5 years. She's gonna be a doctor of psychology, and we're gonna be introduced in the real world. So if you want to create a business, it's difficult. So I decided after Brico Capital was created in 2005. To give you small numbers, I mean, we funded, I think, close to 200 million in business. Mm-hmm. So I have all those platforms ready to be utilized. I created a partnership with Funding Wonder, which I'm able to create crowdfunding, which is a new platform. The regulation changed in 2016. So I have all those platforms available, so I decided to go and put 80% of my energy toward business work created by a woman.
By women. Right. Okay, so we have Paula on the line. So Paula, hi, thank you for calling.
You're quite welcome. Delighted to be here.
Hi, Paula. This is Chris.
Hi there.
What would you like to share with us today, Paula?
Paula, first I would like everyone to know a little bit about your background. I think you have an incredible company. A little bit of the background that you have and what you're looking for your company in the next year. And obviously, I would like to know also as a woman business and an entrepreneur, was it difficult to open the doors to make your business successful?
Okay, that's a lot of questions.
Yeah, and we have to go to commercial breaks too. So don't hang up when we go to commercial break because we'll come back to you, okay? But just answer the first part of that question. What is your business?
Well, I have multiple businesses, but they kind of all overlap. And I'm about empowering women in industries where traditionally women are kept out. So I'm kind of like a think outside of the box thinker. Actually, my kids say my mom never knew there was a box.
Okay.
So a company called Local Choice, which is a billionaire branding company, and I say billionaire because if we're going to fall short of the mark, I say you got to make sure where you're aiming.
Right.
So I aim high.
Yes, you do.
And, yeah, I certainly do. And it's been actually a remarkable journey. I create brands and high visibility brands all around a platform of empowering women and giving back to local communities, and hence the name Local Choice.
Awesome. So, what was the second question? I know he gave us a mouthful.
Well, if you, as a woman entrepreneur, was it difficult to open some of the doors and to be respected the way you should be?
You know, it's not an easy answer because the answer is yes and no. I believe as women that the only people who really get in our way is ourselves.
Yes.
And
that is true.
I mean, yeah. So I'm a mother who gave birth to 9 children.
Oh my goodness!
In and of itself, you would say, well, how did you do that and get multiple degrees and start multiple corporations and be living in the middle of a celebrity world and do things that no one said were possible, even with all those things, and then going through the trials and tribulations of, having all those children and all that brings. So yes, I'm like the woman, but I'm also doing things that not even any men have been able to do.
Right.
No one in my industry doing what I'm doing on the entire planet.
All right, Paula. Well, we're going to take a quick break, but don't go anywhere, Paula, because we're going to come back, and I need to talk a bit more. So hold on. We're going to break. We'll be right back. Hi, I'm Alicia Couri, and you know me from my radio show, Unleash Your Audacious Confidence with Alicia Couri. If you lack confidence and boldness to really go out there and conquer the world, I have this valuable resource. In my book, Your Signature Style, Unlocking the Confidence, Style, and Influence of the Savvy CEO, I'll take you through a process where you can release your fears and embrace your femininity as a powerful tool to unleash your audacious confidence and win. This is where it all starts for me, and I want to share it with you. Get your copy today at acradio.live. Bring out your beauty and confidence from the inside out. Buy this book today at www.acradio.live.
Have you ever dreamed of owning your own online business? Start your business now. It's fast, easy, and free. Just sign up at mylife.net. You'll get a free personal business coach who will support you every step of the way. We'll help you sell products and services from our amazing product line in 4 life-based categories that can make you money. Business also comes with all the tools you'll need to be successful. Take control of your life with My Life. Sign up now for free at mylife.net.
You're listening to Unleash Your Audacious Confidence with Alicia Couri. Now, let's get back to the show. Hey, we're back. And I'm here trying to share on Facebook. So, 2 quick things. So, we did talk about on the break Your Signature Style, Unlocking the Confidence, Style, and Influence of the Savvy CEO. This book is available on Amazon, and you can go to my website, acradio.com, to get a copy of the book. Also, just released is Age Younger, 21 Tips to Make Your 40s Look Like Your 20s. This is also available on Amazon. And you can also get that at acradio.live. You can go to that website and that book as well. So before the break, we were talking to Paula, mother of 9 and owner of several incredible businesses. So Paula, are you there?
Hear me? I'm here.
Yes.
I'm
Hi, I hear you. I hear you.
Okay.
So we left off saying that you have businesses like no other. You know, you've created these businesses on your own. You also have 9 children. And so what keeps you going?
Identifying with my purpose.
Yes.
I think that one of the things that all entrepreneurs make, not just women, is, you know, you hear that saying, you know, go with your passion, find your passion,
right,
do your passion, live your passion, and the money will follow.
Yep.
I don't believe that's true. I believe that passion comes and goes, and it flares and wanes, and having the emotional competency to recognize your emotions and your passion as it's all over the charts is what helps you to stay in alignment with what your purpose is. But when you have totally identified with what your purpose is on the planet, then it's irrelevant where your passion levels are. You can't run away from your purpose.
Wow.
Nothing can deter you from when you're completely in your zone in identification with your purpose. You can't unknow what you know. And so we spend so much time, you know, everybody's running around trying to find life, but they never really spend the time truly identifying that. And if you don't get solid with that, you have a hard time making it through the emotional competencies and the ups and downs of building an entrepreneurial business.
And how did you find your purpose? Secret. Yeah, how did you discover your purpose?
I really did a lot of metaphysical work and soul searching at a very young age. And I was able to look at what is my unique ability on the planet. So I have this, if you want to know what you're committed to in life, look at your life. Because we will manifest, right, through intention or law of attraction or however you want to call the spiritual law, we'll manifest into being what we're thinking about.
Right, that's true.
If you have difficulty identifying what your purpose is, your life, because that's what you've manifested. And so if you can break that down into the pieces that say, what is the thing that I know in my core I do better than anyone else? What do I do differently? Distinction. And you know this deep inside. And then it's resisting the temptation to do everything else. But if you truly can focus on what you know your unique ability is, you identify with your purpose at a soul level.
Awesome. Thank you so much.
The rest of it is just the guidance measure against alignment.
Yeah. Well, we need to have you come on the show, Paula, someday.
Definitely.
Yeah. We got to have you come on. So thank you so much for calling. Did you have anything else that you want to say?
I had another question, though, that I wanted to answer.
Okay. Go ahead.
He said, what do you need for your business and where do you see yourself going?
Right.
Yes.
And at the point, and this is important for everybody, so that there are 2 great things that interfere with entrepreneurial head, and that's interruption of capital and interruption of supply. And they're both as equally dangerous.
Yes.
And when you start having great momentum in the universe, you have to start to know when you need to shift your focus from creating maybe out of fear. In the beginning, we all create a little fear. We get a really great idea, and we shift into creating out of possibility and being in a knowingness of what you're going to accomplish. Mm-hmm. And at that point, you need to rely on other people to help get you to the next level.
Yes.
And I think people look at that too excitedly, and then it gets away from them. So having your eye on that prize also means understanding, strengthening that foundation. So I'm at the point of looking at how do I take the company I'm working on right now, Local Choice Spirits, how do I take it from a $10 million company to a $100 million company in 1 year?
Right.
Okay. Well, great. That is a really incredible goal that you have, and we are going to have you on the show sometime soon, so that we can explore that a little further. Thank you so much, Paul. I really appreciate it. I appreciate all the insight that you've given us, and we will. Do we have another caller coming in?
I'm gonna hang up. Are you able to share my contact information?
I will share your contact information. You can go ahead and say it.
Okay, so it's on Facebook. It's Local Choice Spirits.
Local Choice Spirits.
Local Choice Spirits. Yes,
Okay.
and you can find us on Instagram and Facebook and Twitter, all at Local.
All right.
And in the universe, they call me Pixie Paula. Because of the magic wings.
Magical Pixie Paula. Well, thank you, Paula, so much for calling in.
Thanks, Paula.
You have a wonderful 4th of July.
Right.
Same to you guys.
Okay.
Bye-bye.
Bye. So,
Very interesting.
that was,
Right.
she has big goals, big dreams, big
Right.
ideas,
But it's
and
interesting what
she
she
is
said.
accomplishing it.
Right. It started out of fear at the beginning. So it's stepping out from that fear into going forward full. That that's where the difference is. Men are they're receiving a lot more funding, and they are accepted in the society much easier than
Right.
any kind of woman.
Because I think women do hold on to that fear, and that's why I did a whole chapter in this book
Right.
to overcoming fear, because
Right.
it's more paralyzing for women than men. Because, and we did talk about this a little bit on the phone, you and I,
Right.
about legacy. You know, we have a lot of single moms, we have a lot of
Right.
out there that want to start something or want to do something, but
Right.
the fear of losing a job or losing
Right.
a steady income to step out and do something
Right.
is there, I think, on a grander scale for a woman than a man, especially if she's a single mother. And so having someone like you that is willing to take a chance on
Right.
on them is rare, and it's much needed, because
Right.
you know, then they have they cannot just get funding, but you're there for
Right.
mentorship, because you have this vast knowledge base that you're there to help them build their business.
Yeah, it's interesting because my goal is even further, because there's a lot of very successful men who are doing great and doing great things for the society and giving away a lot of money. But no one talks about the quality of a woman into the society,
Right.
and then what they bring to the table. And I think if in the next 10 years a lot of things are going to change, and there's a lot of situation. For example, I know a lot of police officers in Miami. The women they start to be part of the police force in Miami in the last 10 years, and then it became last 15 years, and they face danger different way. They react different.
Hi, Vivian, who just
Oh,
called
okay.
in.
Very
Yeah, we
good.
got Vivian calling in. So, hi, Vivian.
Hello.
Hey,
Hi, everybody.
What's up, Vivian?
how are you, girl?
I'm doing great. I believe Tracy Timberlake's on the line with me as well.
Tracy.
Yes, I'm here. Hello.
Hey, Tracy Timberlake.
Right. Those are my,
Those are your
my
girls.
those are my inner circle of girls. Yeah, those two girls are incredible.
They are incredible. So Vivian and Tracy, they have a business that is all about social media marketing, and
Yeah, and then also they created a Flourish Media Conference. I was part of the first one. I guide them as much as I can, and then I'm gonna let Vivian talk.
so we're going to
and
let you talk
explain.
for a couple
Right,
minutes,
right.
ladies, and then we got to go to break, and then we'll come back with you again. So tell everyone what Flourish Media is.
Flourish Media is a boutique marketing firm based right in Miami, and thanks to some of our partners like Chris and some of the amazing entrepreneurs that we've connected with in South Florida, we've been able to put together a conference where we make monies available to flourishing businesses so that they can scale and grow. And Flourish Media is all about helping entrepreneurs see the power of social media so that they can benefit from some of the things that larger brands already know so that they can make more money through their marketing.
Excellent. And you have an extensive marketing background, Vivian. Very impressive marketing background.
Thank you. Yes, I have over a decade of working in marketing with large and medium-sized brands. For quite a while, I was the marketing director for Coldwell Banker. So a lot of my background comes from luxury real estate and being able to work with some of the more prominent names in real estate here in South Florida. But Tracy Timberlake really has an amazing story as well because she's a six-figure earning YouTuber.
I know. Tracy is a YouTuber. Yay. So, Tracy, how are you?
Yes, I'm doing so well. Thank you. Thank you. Yes, that's exactly how I got my start, was on, social media, specifically on YouTube.
Yes, and we met at Venture Cafe.
Yes, we did.
A few months ago. So tell us a little bit about your story, Tracy.
So I started out as a YouTuber and then, wanted to monetize that even further. So started helping other small businesses and entrepreneurs understand how to use that platform to grow their businesses, especially in the online space, just to get more traction. And that's kind of how Vivian and I met is understanding marketing and different aspects of marketing. I wanted to make sure that the system was replicable because I was able to do it, but now I wanted to study other really successful business owners, specifically women. So went back to school, got a doctorate, did a whole entire study on the success of online entrepreneurs, specifically women online entrepreneurs, so that it would be something that I'd be able to teach and share just with the market and with the industry.
That is incredible because it's so needed. Don't go anywhere. We will be back. We're going to take a quick break. We're here for a whole hour tonight. So hold on, ladies. We're going to come back with you and Chris Alexander. Don't go away. We'll be right back.
Have you ever dreamed of owning your own online business? Start your business now. It's fast, easy, and free. Just sign up at mylife.net. You'll get a free personal business coach who will support you every step of the way. We'll help you sell products and services from our amazing product line in 4 life-based categories that can make you money. Your free business also comes with all the tools you'll need to be successful. Take control of your life with My Life. Sign up now for free at mylife.net.
Hi, I'm Alicia Couri, and you know me from my radio show, Unleash Your Audacious Confidence with Alicia Couri. If you lack confidence and boldness to really go out there and conquer the world, I'm here to share this valuable resource. In my book, Your Signature Style, Unlocking the Confidence, Style, and Influence of the Savvy CEO, I'll take you through a process where you can release your fears and embrace your femininity as a powerful tool to unleash your audacious confidence and win. This is where it all began for me, and I want to share it with you. Get your copy today at acradio.live. Bring out your beauty and confidence from the inside out. Buy this book today at www.acradio.live.
Talk 1470 is WWNN Pompano Beach and 95.3 FM W237BD Boca Raton, the Health and Wealth Radio Network.
Attention seniors, are you as confused about your Medicare options as I was? Do what I did. Call I Will Advisors at 954-753-8080. They answered all my questions over the phone, and when I was ready to make changes, since I can't drive, Debbie came to my house, which was so convenient. Debbie took care of everything for me. I was able to keep all my doctors and my same pharmacy down the street. Call Debbie at I Will Advisors, 954-753-8080. 954-753-8080.
You're listening to Unleash Your Audacious Confidence with Alicia Couri. Now, let's get back to the show. Hello. Alicia Couri here, and I want to wish you all a happy 4th of July. Yes, this is not my regular time slot, but I am going on. From my 6:30 show. Tonight, we get a little bonus action going on here since tomorrow's a holiday. And I have in studio with me Chris Alexander. He is a phenomenal businessman. He has started a company called Untouchable Women Capital Finance. And the purpose of this company is to help female entrepreneurs who are willing to bet on themselves, who are unconventional, kind of like me, who are unconventional, to help provide mentorship, financial backing, partnerships, whatever it is that he has expertise and experience in, that he can offer and share with female entrepreneurs to help them grow their business. And on the line, say hi, Chris.
Hi. Hi, guys.
Hi to our 7 o'clock audience.
Right.
And so on the line, we left off with Vivian and Tracy, and they are Flourish Media, and they have a conference every year, Flourish Media Conference.
Right, in FIU. Right.
At FIU.
Right.
And so two amazing women doing incredible things. And so I want to say hi again to Vivian and Tracy. If you guys are still here, say hi.
Yep. Hello.
Hi.
We're still here. Hi, everybody.
Great. So either one of you can answer this question, because this show is all about audacious confidence, and my hope and my desire is to help women especially, but everyone really, who struggle with confidence within themselves, especially when they want to step out into the arena of entrepreneurship, how they find that confidence within them, that boldness, that audacity to step out and do it. And so I want to ask you ladies, because I know neither of you have issues with confidence or boldness. I know the two of you. I've seen you in action. But how have you seen female entrepreneurs? Do you find that there's timidity with them, or that they lack confidence to really step out and do what they, as Paula said, what their purpose is, to step out in their purpose?
So this is Tracy. I think it's just because we don't live in a society where, stepping out into entrepreneurship is the common thing. So it seems like, it's the nouveau, like it's new, it's different, it's innovative. There are not very many people who and all of us can say this, who we know who are successful in the entrepreneurial world. So I think it's going to take time for people to understand that this really is a viable option, especially in this day and age.
Yes.
Vivian and I we have both very extensive backgrounds when it comes to education. We have multiple degrees. We have master's degrees. I have a doctorate degree. But we also know that the system of just traditional education is broken.
Yes.
Where people are getting jobs, they're going to college, they're getting all these degrees, they're coming out with a ton of debt,
and nothing.
But they're not able to get a job in the degree that they they actually pursue.
They're either overqualified because they're too educated, or they just don't have enough experience, and so they can't find a job, or the market is just dried up.
Right, exactly. And so, for those women and a lot of our clients, this is why they typically are in their 30s and in their 40s and even 50s, because they realize that, their degrees are not giving them the lifestyle that they want.
Right.
And they can have advanced degrees. These are lawyers, doctors, all of those things, and they're realizing that the degrees they have are not degrees, that can give them the income or, a lifestyle that they thought they would get after pursuing the degree.
Yes. Okay. So, again, do you find that once they come to that decision, that in your experience, have women been more timid in stepping out even after they've made that decision?
This is Vivian. I don't believe that women are more timid when it comes to stepping out and starting their own businesses. I do find that women tend to be timid about asking for the pay rate and the rate and the prices for their services. That's
the value. They have the value challenge.
Right.
Exactly. Trying to make sure that, and having confidence in what they're offering, I think that they have the confidence to make it available to people in the position of a business, but to ask for the correct amount of money for what it is that they're offering, there's always a challenge there, because if you've never been in a situation where you're trying to sell your services and you're not trading time for money, but you're trading a service for money, a lot of women and entrepreneurs at large find it difficult to put a price on that, to put a price tag on what is the worth of the thing that you're offering.
Do you think it's because they wrap Sorry. Do you think it's because they wrap their own self-worth into what they're offering? That if it's rejected, that they feel rejected?
Yeah, for women that is a big issue. Is feeling the weight of that kind of rejection, where it's because we don't like to be rejected, right? We want to know that it's going to work, and so we typically undervalue our services and undervalue what we are worth to kind of test the market. But that's not really the way to test it. Really, the way to test it is to go kind of just all out and make sure that you're offering the exact service that you're saying that you're charging for.
Right.
And that really is, like Vivian said, something that they struggle with. And conversely, even starting the business or investing in themselves to start a business is a struggle for a lot of women because they're unsure. So I think that's where a lot of the confidence or the lack thereof comes into play as well. Is it going to be a sure thing? Can I really bet on myself and make money in this? Should I go get coaching? Is coaching going to work? Right. So I think a lot of the confidence issue comes from that. Typically for women, when they do invest in themselves, then the money issue becomes or the pricing issue, I should say, isn't as prevalent as someone who hasn't invested.
Yes, that is truth.
It was interesting during the first Flourish Media Conference at FIU, the emotional side of all those women talking about their transition from their personal life to becoming a business out of necessity a lot of time, single mothers, and some of them were extremely emotional, but very successful now to this day. But the transition, and all of them it's an emotional step that they all go through. And men, I think we have a easier way to go through that. So I think it's harder for a woman to go through. And then Flourish Media Conference was a very very interesting. I even made a comment to someone that, because I came for the finance, I financed about $50 million for the conference. But then I told someone I need to create something for the emotional part, because all those ladies were extremely emotional. I'm sure, Vivian, are you there? I'm sure you can explain what happened during the conference.
Well, being a part of the conference really brought women together because, as you may know, that being a woman entrepreneur puts you in a situation where you may not have a lot of peers and you spend a lot of time on your own. Right. So the Flourish Media Conference talked about the financing side of things, but it also gave women an opportunity to kind of vent and connect on a different level that was emotional and also just really fulfilling and reinforcing, because sometimes you think that you're doing something wrong or you're having a unique challenge. Or you're
in a boat by yourself in a whole ocean and nobody else knows what you're going through.
Right.
Yes. And then to come together and see that, oh, wait a minute.
I'm not alone.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Right. Exactly.
Right.
So that's a very important part of the whole mix of what the conference has to offer, and and having someone like Chris there to speak from the other side in financing, to just to speak to the decision makers is very powerful, because I think a lot of women entrepreneurs, they second guess themselves and they wonder, am I positioning myself in the right way?
Right.
Am I trying to answer the right questions? Does anybody really care about what I'm doing? And to get that, it's very true. But just to get that reinforcement, not only from other women, but from a man's perspective, and from a powerful man's perspective, is very, very powerful and very.
It's empowering. Yeah, it is. Yeah. Well, ladies, when is the next Flourish Media Conference?
The next Flourish Media Conference is February 16th and 17th at Florida International University, FIU South Campus. And we have some amazing speakers that are going to be there. Of course, we have the opportunity to get investment up to $15 million for your business. And on top of that, we have an opportunity for you to be able to connect with other women entrepreneurs who are going to be able to support you in your business, and sometimes to partner with you on many different future projects that you may try and work on.
Excellent. And how can anyone get in touch with you if they're listening and they want to get in touch with you, Vivian and Tracy?
The best way to email us.
Email. Okay.
Yeah, link up at flourishmediaconference.com, or they can just visit the website, which is flourishmediaconference.com.
Flourishmediaconference.com. Thank you, ladies, so much for joining me. Any last comments that you had?
Thank you for having us. We so much appreciate being considered for this opportunity, and we want to be able to just let you know how much we appreciate it. So connect with us on social media. We are Flourish Media Conference on all of the different social medias, except for Twitter. We are Flourish MC on Twitter.
Okay.
And thank you so much. It's such a great opportunity.
You're very welcome.
Thanks,
I'll have to have
Vivian.
you guys on
Thanks,
the show
Tracy.
sometime, too.
Yeah, absolutely.
All right, ladies.
Absolutely.
Happy
Thank you guys.
4th.
Take care.
All right, guys.
Okay.
All right, bye.
Bye. Take care. So a lot of great tips, a lot of great insight there from Tracy and Vivian from Flourish Media.
Right.
One of the things that we did touch on was funding for female-owned businesses, which is something that you do. And I have 2 minutes before I have to go to break, but I did want to ask you, how do you determine how someone gets funding? You know, there's people say you have to have a business plan, and but if someone came to you, what qualifies them and their business? How do you determine whether?
Depends on what level their business is. For example, we're looking at a business for a business loans. They have to do $500,000 a year, and we're working right now. Brico Capital is a brokerage firm. We have about 200 brokers nationwide, and then we receive loans or portfolios every week, and then we review the portfolios. So depending on the portfolio, we have about 250 different platforms available, from private investors, VCs for the big project. We used to do about 30% real estate, and it went down to 20. Now we're about 10% toward the real estate in Miami, and it slowed down enormously. So depending on the project, we have to customize where to find the money. And then for the startup, no one wants to touch the startup. So a while ago, I told my partner, well, why don't we do a personal loan platform? So we did a very small $35,000, and then we just raised it to $100,000. So now it took us about a year and a half. We have our own website. It's called Brico Capital Consumer, and then we can finance up to $100,000 in 60 seconds. And you have 22 of the best lenders in the United States. You put your information. It's a soft pool. And usually you need to put maybe 10 to 20% of the revenue that you did last year. We had, I think, 1 or 2 clients already have been approved for $100,000, but it takes only 60 seconds
to get approval.
To be approved.
Awesome.
So I'm creating with that platform one just for the woman entrepreneur, and I can create use the same platform for all kind of business. So it's a very we just opened about 3 weeks ago. So it was beta tested. It went well. So now we are testing the whole platform with the real world, and it's working very well. But we have to customize everything to every client.
For every client.
Yeah.
Okay, so we're going to take a quick break, and we'll be right back in 2. Hi, I'm Alicia Couri, and you know me from my radio show, Unleash Your Audacious Confidence with Alicia Couri. If you lack confidence and boldness to really go out there and conquer the world, I'm here to share this valuable resource. In my book, Your Signature Style, Unlocking the Confidence, Style, and Influence of the Savvy CEO, I'll take you through a process where you can release your fears and embrace your femininity as a powerful tool to unleash your audacious confidence and win. This is where it all began for me, and I want to share it with you. Get your copy today at acradio.live. Bring out your beauty and confidence from the inside out. Buy this book today at www.acradio.live.
Have you ever dreamed of owning your own online business? Start your business now. It's fast, easy, and free. Just sign up at mylife.net. You'll get a free personal business coach who will support you every step of the way. We'll help you sell products and services from our amazing product line in 4 life-based categories that can make you money. Your free business also comes with all the tools you'll need to be successful. Take control of your life with My Life. Sign up now for free at mylife.net.
You're listening to Unleash Your Audacious Confidence with Alicia Couri. Now, let's get back to the show. Hi, everyone. Welcome back. Welcome back. And before I forget, happy 4th of July tomorrow. I hope you guys have a great day and stay safe. I am here with Chris Alexander, and I did want to ask him, because he has created this platform for female entrepreneurs to invest in them, and not just investing money into their businesses, but also investing in mentorship and helping them really set up their business, and so that they can grow their business, scale their business, and be successful in their business.
That's correct.
And so one of the things that we had a conversation about not too long ago was how really why you find you wanted to invest in female-owned businesses, because we talked about women and intuition. You know, you find that women they have more passion, and they want to create more of a legacy for their families and their lives.
Yeah, well, the why, I mean, the why in life, usually that's the most important thing, why we do things in life. Right. It's to me, I think a woman is much better at most of the things than a man.
There, you heard it here first.
Right.
Ladies and gentlemen.
Because I was, for example, I was an athlete before. I had a lot of injuries, and in rehab centers in Miami, everyone told me the girls are tougher with pain. So then I realized I was young. I thought we were supposed to be tougher. I said, no. The women are tougher. And then numbers shows a woman in business, they react differently. In front of a pressure moment like the police, the police in Miami, they've been introduced to women police officers maybe 15 years ago. They react with danger a different way. They're going to take that time. Men are very, very aggressive. I work with, I still have a background in the security industry. A police officer can go from what we call
that's
orange light.
Precise protective research, right? Yeah, that's in security.
Yes, I was a director from a casino point of view for about 10 years. I was 13 years. I did executive protection. And then I left that a long time ago, and I'm more into all my business and all the finance, and my two daughters, which are 26 and 24. And then, but for example, with the police, a man, they can become very aggressive with necessity, obviously. Mm-hmm. A woman will have a tendency to talk a little bit more, take their time. So it's very interesting. And in business, they act the same way. So I think if we give a woman the same opportunities, a lot of business are going to be done differently. Some of the most successful company, the boards of director, they have 40 to 50% women. Mm-hmm. But it's the guys we just don't want to.
They don't want to release.
No,
they don't want to allow them in.
No, I prefer to have a company that makes a lot of money. I don't care who runs it.
Right.
You know, if a woman is better, and women, they are better for not for everything. Mm-hmm. Bringing a man to the table is very important, but not everywhere.
There needs to be both energies.
Yes, and different business I think a woman is going to do better. The fashion industry, to me, I'm investing a lot of time and energy toward the fashion industry. It's a very, very interesting platform. The creativity side with, for example, one of my partners is Novala Rain from Rain Magazine. Mm-hmm. She has a PhD in psychology, very bright African-American woman. She's a mother, I think a mother of three, very successful. She has her own private life. She travels all over the world into the fashion industry, and she created Rain Magazine, which is an unbelievable creation toward women entrepreneur, the fashion industry, obviously. But she had a lot of issues in the United States. You know, it had to be hard with her to become successful, to be accepted in any kind of business. So, to me, if you're better in that kind of industry, why not funding why not that business?
Fund them? Mm-hmm.
So it took me and my partner almost 10 years to create 250 different platforms. So I created with Brico Capital, I created a division just for the women industry, which is still there. Brico Capital is the main industry,
Right.
And then
It's the umbrella.
I took all those platforms toward Untouchable Women Capital Finance, which is the same platform, but I'm going to have a consultant team in it. All of them are women, some from LA, Vivian and Timberlake, all obviously are in it. We met together, Keisha. Keisha, she's an incredible, she's my partner.
Yeah.
Incredible entrepreneur, extremely successful. I have no idea, she might be in Dubai right now or in Hong Kong. 200,000 miles per year.
Wow.
Developing business internationally.
Nice.
We're working on.
So that's another thing too, that if someone comes to you, they could look forward to you also expanding their business internationally, because you speak 5 languages, you have a lot of interests internationally.
Right.
So it's globally.
Yes.
You can take them global.
You have to think globally now, because the social media is so powerful.
Right. It's everywhere.
I mean, for yourself, I told you, we talked about it a couple of days ago. You need to go globally. There's a lot of young African women who are entrepreneurs. I received a couple emails from a couple ladies who are doing small business in different countries in Africa. They would love to have someone like you, being in contact with you and understanding what you're going through, and then with your book.
The books.
You can create your own ecosystem internationally. So the platform is there. So the mentality, you got to change your mentality and go international.
And go global.
Yeah.
I always had a global mindset, coming from a small island, but growing up in Australia. I saw the world as a bigger place always.
Right.
So, and had to reach out. And then being a flight attendant too, being able to reach a lot of areas. Yeah. So before we go, because I want to make sure people have your contact information, ways to get in touch with you.
It's very simple. Chris Alexander, bcf@gmail.com.
Chris Alexander, bcf@gmail.com.
Right.
You're on LinkedIn.
Right.
Where else can we find you?
You're
in Miami, LinkedIn as Chris Alexander.
Yes. I have about, 20,000 people following me on LinkedIn in the last couple months. I should open my new lounge in Wynwood very soon, so you
can come to Wynwood and
go in Wynwood and hang out with me. I'm going to use the lounge for women entrepreneur, the technology business in general, and I always try to go out of my way to help a young entrepreneur. I really like the education system, trying to understand the difference between the young generation and now, and to help everyone. So I'm always available.
Excellent. Well, Chris, this has been an amazing hour. I thank you so much.
Likewise.
I knew that we would have a lot to discuss, and I thank
we can do that again.
Yeah, I thank Paula for calling in, as well as Vivian and Tracy.
Right.
And we will definitely have you back on so we can talk a little bit more about female entrepreneurism. Is that a word?
Right. It is now.
It is now. I just created
it. We just made it one.
So, any last words that you wanted to share? Anything from your heart that you wanted to let us know about?
Yeah, someone sent me a very interesting question on an email, and they were asking, biggest need to success, is it capital or time? And actually, the answer is to be optimism.
Optimism.
Right.
Yeah.
Very, very important. It's not, capital is very important. It is there.
There are ways that you can do things even if you don't have a lot of capital.
Yeah.
I've done a lot of things without capital.
Because, for example, a lot of people, they think I am very successful, and I am in certain ways, but I have days where I'm very depressed. So everyone goes through those bad days.
Ups and downs. Yeah.
And it's pushing. One of the best examples that I had every day was my father. My father was the beast. He just never stopped. And
never quit.
Very difficult. He became blind when he was 43. He just never stopped. So and he created a business, and he had a really difficult time to go to the transition of being able to see and losing his eyesight. But he's still at 83. His mind is very young. He understands about social media.
Mm-hmm.
You have to be very practical as an entrepreneur. You have to know what you're good at. You have to.
That's why I say stick with your strengths.
Yes,
you know, hire
absolutely.
out your weaknesses.
Yes,
Right?
and one of the biggest mistakes that entrepreneurs they do usually, and they try to when we become successful, we try to spread ourselves thin in too many ways.
Try to do everything.
Stay in your lane. Stay in what you know, and push really hard, and you'll be successful sooner or later.
Excellent. Well, I really appreciate you taking the time to come all the way from Brickell to come up to Boca to hang with me for an hour. And so
We'll do that again.
Thank you all on Facebook for joining and on Periscope. Thank you so much. Have a happy and safe 4th of July. We will be back next week at 6:30 right here on WNN Radio.
There we go.
So stay tuned next week.
Keep
and
pushing.
I will see you again. Yes, keep pushing for Audacious Confidence. Thank you all for joining me.
Bye-bye.
Have a great week. A wise friend always says to me, we have a finite number of minutes to spend. And just like you can only spend $1 once, you can only spend 1 minute once. It's your choice. So I want to thank you from the bottom of my heart for choosing to spend some of your minutes with me on my show. I wish you love, health, and happiness to live your life with audacious confidence. I love you, and we'll see you next time.
The opinions expressed on the preceding sponsored program were strictly